Hello friends, I am Blackstar, and today we will watch a horror action movie explanation. The name of the movie is The Last House on the Left. So what will we see in today's movie? This is the story of two girls who one day trust an unknown boy and go to his house, but after going to his house, they come and know that they have been kidnapped, and then they are taken to a dense forest, and there they are tortured again and again, and are made to do bad things, but whether they will be able to escape from there, we will see in today's story. So in the beginning of the story, we see two policemen who are taking a criminal named Krug in a car, and have to go a little further. A railway crossing comes in front of them, so they stop their car, but after a while another car comes and hits them hard, due to which both the policemen get badly injured. After this, two people named Sadie and Frances get down from that car, who were Krug's companions, out of which Sadie was Krug's girlfriend who comes and shoots and kills a policeman. After this, Krug comes and starts beating the other policeman, and then shows him a photo of his daughter, kept in the car, and kills him by strangling him with a belt. After this, the scene shifts where we see a cute 17-year-old girl named Mary swimming. Now Mary is very fond of swimming, and her mother Emma also loves and supports her a lot. After this, she asks her mother about the timing of swimming, on which her mother says that this time you have had a very good time, and now leave all this and get ready. We have to go on vacation. After this, both of them leave for vacation, but before that they pick up Mary's father John, who is a doctor. Then they reach one of their guest houses for vacation very happily, which is located on the banks of a lake in a forest far away from the city. After this, they come inside and keep their luggage, etc., and Mary's room is there. Mary starts remembering her brother after seeing his photo in his locket, because a few years ago, after coming here, her brother drowned and died. After this, Mary starts taking bath, and after taking bath and wearing fresh clothes, she goes to her mom and dad and tells them that she wants to take the car and go meet a friend named Paige, but her mom refuses, but her dad gives her the car keys and some money too. After this, Mary leaves to meet her friend, who is a cashier, in a shop. Both of them sit there and start talking that tonight they will enjoy a lot together. Now, after a while, a boy named Justin comes to them in the shop to buy some stuff and cigarettes, but Paige says that to buy cigarettes, you will have to show your age ID, because you're still underage, and she does not have an ID. So he tells them that if you give me a packet of cigarettes, then I have a special thing for both of you. Paige agrees after thinking for a while, but when he is given the money, one of his notes has blood on it, which he quickly hides. Then after Justin takes his luggage, Paige and Mary leave with him for his house, and after reaching there, Paige asks Mary to stay in the car, and she goes inside with Justin. Now Mary is waiting here, but when it gets quite late, Mary goes inside and sees that Paige is sitting with Justin and smoking a cigarette. Mary tells Paige that it is getting late, we have to go home, but Paige asks her to sit and smoke a cigarette, and says that this cigarette is a little special, you will enjoy a lot. Now initially Mary refuses, but in the end she also starts smoking a cigarette. Then Mary gets a call from her mom, who asks her to come home before night, but Mary tells her mom that tonight she is going to go home with Paige. After this, all three of them start talking while smoking cigarettes, and now Mary and Paige have become good friends with Justin. Everything is going well, but after a while Krug comes there with his girlfriend and Frances. Actually, Krug is Justin's dad, and Justin knows that his dad is not a good person, so he starts getting nervous seeing his dad. But here Krug says that wow, there are so many cute girls, don't you introduce us to them? Justin introduces Mary and Paige to his dad, but then Krug punches Justin and says, don't you know that strangers are not allowed here? And he says that our photos have come in the newspaper's most wanted list. The police are searching for us, and you are calling girls here and partying. Hearing this, Mary says that we don't care about all this. We don't tell anyone about all this. We will tell them, but Krug says that you both have seen that we live here, so we cannot take any risk. Then Paige panics and runs to the bathroom and tries to make a call and starts screaming to the window, but after a while Frances breaks the door and comes inside the bathroom and hits Paige's head hard, due to which she becomes unconscious. After this, Frances comes to Mary and forcefully takes her phone and breaks it. After this, Krug asks both of them to get in the car, and then everyone sits in a car and starts leaving. Justin was also in the car, but he was not able to do anything. Frances starts touching Paige's body inappropriately. Then after a while, a police car passes by their side. Seeing this, she tries to scream, but Frances threatens them by showing a knife and asks them to sit quietly. Then after going a little further, Krug turns his car towards the forest. Then Mary notices that these people are going the same direction where her guest house is. So Mary and Paige both start fighting with them inside the car, to save themselves. And in this chaos, the car meets with an accident and hits a tree. But nobody gets hurt much in this accident, but Francis's nose gets broken. Now, after the accident, they start hitting Mary and Paige, but in the meantime, both of them get a chance and run away from there. She starts running, but Krug catches Mary, and now Paige starts running away from there, so Francis and Sadie go after her to catch her, and after following her for a long distance, they finally catch her, and Francis beats her and makes her unconscious, and Sadie ties her hands after tearing her clothes and brings her back and makes her lie down on the ground. After this, Krug tells Justin that since you are a friend of these two, then you can come and rape any one of them, but Justin clearly refuses to do so, but still all of them together forcefully catch Justin and make him touch Mary's private parts, and seeing their actions, Paige abuses Krug, which angers Krug so much that he comes and stabs Paige in the stomach and leaves her to die in pain. After this, all of them start enjoying seeing her die, and then Mary goes to him and says, "Nothing will happen to you. We will leave from here," and in anger, she abuses Krug, which once again angers Krug. After this, he catches hold of Mary and starts tearing her clothes. His girlfriend was also helping him in this. Mary keeps shouting that "I will not tell anything to anyone. Please let me go from here." But that cruel man does not listen to her and does dirty work for hours after holding her. After finishing his work when he leaves her, then Mary somehow gets up and hits Krug on the head with a stone and starts running from there. But Francis starts firing at her, but not even a single bullet hits her. She quickly runs and jumps into a ditch and starts running away while swimming from there. But Krug and his companions do not leave Mary's chase and start firing continuously at her from the shore of the lake. Before Mary reaches the shore, a bullet hits her, due to which she gets injured. She falls unconscious there, and then it starts raining, and thinking that she is dead, the three of them leave her there. But now the car had met with an accident, and Francis was also injured, and it was raining too. So they go to a guest house near the same lake to ask for help. And this guest house belonged to none other than Mary's mom and dad. When Mary's mom opens the door, they say that their car met with an accident, and they came here to ask for help. They let them in, since Mary's dad was a doctor. He starts treating Francis and fixing his nose. Mary's mom says that you people cannot go anywhere because of the rain, and you people do not have a car either. So stay in our guest house tonight, to which they agree. Then she makes coffee for all of them. And after drinking coffee, when Justin goes to keep the cup, he says that he is not able to go anywhere. When he goes to the kitchen to find Mary's picture on the fridge, he realizes that these two are Mary's mom and dad, but he is unable to tell this to anyone because he was helpless and was afraid that his dad will kill Mary's mom and dad too. After this, he goes to the bathroom and sits there and starts crying because he was feeling ashamed that if he had not brought Mary and Paige home, they would have been alive today. After this, he again goes to the kitchen and keeps Mary's locket, which he had kept with him during Mary's torture. He keeps this locket near the cup and comes back. After this, Mary's mom takes him to another house nearby and leaves him there to spend the night. Now, when Mary's mom was coming back, we see that Mary, despite being injured, had somehow gathered courage and had come near the house by swimming through that lake. But her mom could not see her and came inside the house. Now, when Mary's mom and dad are in their room, they start hearing some sound from outside. So when they go out to check, they see Mary there and quickly go to her, and seeing their daughter in such a condition, they get very scared. After this, they bring her inside and see that she has been shot but is still alive. Emma quickly goes to the kitchen to get the necessary things to remove the bullet, and then she sees Mary's locket, which Justin had kept near the cup, after which she brings a locket and tells John that Mary was wearing this locket when she went out. And now I have found this locket in the kitchen. And Krug's son Justin had gone to the kitchen, which means these people have made our daughter in such a condition. While telling this, she starts crying, and Mary's dad also starts crying. Then when he starts treating Mary, he understands that Mary has also been raped very brutally, due to which he gets very angry, and he decides that now he will take revenge from Mary from all of them. But before that, he has to save his daughter's life. So both of them together start searching for the keys of the boat. John goes to the garage to search for the keys, and after searching for a long time, he finds a key. Emma was also searching for the keys in the kitchen when Francis suddenly comes from behind, and he says that he was not able to sleep, so he came here, but he still did not know that Emma and John are Mary's mom and dad. Now Emma starts getting nervous after seeing him, but she controls herself and starts to console him and removes Mary's picture from the fridge before he sees it. After this, she goes to another room on the pretext of giving wine to Francis. Then Francis walks into the room where Mary was kept by her mom and dad, and seeing this, Francis understands everything. But then Emma comes from behind and hits him on the head with a bottle, but it does not affect him much. And seeing this, Emma quickly takes a knife and attacks him, but still he takes out the knife and tries to kill Emma with the same knife, and then John reaches there with a sharp hammer. And now here's the fight between John and Francis. A fight begins in which John starts tormenting Francis by holding his injured nose. After this, both of them start to dip Francis in the mortar, and during this John turns on the lead of the mortar, due to which Francis's hand gets stuck in it, and he starts screaming. Then John gets a chance and hits him on the head with that pointed hammer, due to which he dies on the spot. After this, John and Emma put Mary in the boat and start going to Krug's house. Now they had decided that first of all they will have to take revenge for Mary. But when they reach Krug's room, they see that Justin is secretly sitting there with Krug's gun. But Justin gives that gun to John, and as soon as he takes the gun, he shoots Krug's girlfriend, which hits his shoulder. Then Krug gets up and starts throwing things on John to save himself. Then John starts firing bullets at him, but he somehow escapes from there and jumps out of the window. After this, later Sadie comes to John with a rod to hit him, but John punches her, and then Emma comes and shoots Sadie, killing him on the spot. After this, Emma goes to Mary in the boat, and John comes to another house and starts looking for Krug because he had jumped from the window and hidden in their house. Now John looks for Krug for a long time, but he doesn't find him. Then John says that if you are a man's son, then come forward and fight with me. Then Krug suddenly comes from behind and starts hitting him, and here the fight between these two starts. But Krug was a very clever criminal, so he hits John a lot in this fight, and while hitting him, he makes him completely dead. But then Justin comes from behind and points a gun at Krug, but there was no bullet in the gun. So Krug catches Justin and starts hitting him. But then Emma comes and starts releasing fire extinguisher gas on him. And John also starts hitting Krug with a rod. And both of them together kill him by hitting him. After this, we see the scene of the next morning where he comes back to his house with Mary and Justin by boat through the lake. But now at the end, we see that Krug was not completely dead at that time, but was unconscious. So John cuts him his nerves and paralyzes his entire body, because John had thought that the way Krug tortured his daughter should not be avenged by a simple death. So John paralyzes his entire body and puts his head inside a microwave. And as soon as he switches it on, the microwave slowly heats up and his head starts melting and suddenly explodes, and he finally dies in a very bad way. And in this way, John takes complete revenge for the torture done to his daughter. And with this, the story ends here. I hope you liked this movie explained video. If you want to see more similar movie explained videos, then you can watch this video by clicking here. Now I go and see you in the next video.